Welcome to the 6th chapter of the book of Mark. Begins in chapter 1. Ke exilthan ekethan, and he came forth from there. Ke ilthan is tin patrida of two, and went into his fatherland. The patrida is, we have pater, paternal, the fatherland. Nazareth, probably. It doesn't specifically say Nazareth, but this is where his father was, and we'll go in here and see a little bit about the people in that area. Ke akoluthusin avto imathite avtu, and his disciples followed him. And all the yellow, of course, can be found in our book, English Derivatives from the Greek New Testament. We won't be going through every one of these, but the major ones that are different for some reason, I'll bring these out and you can check them out and look them up. Verse 2, Ke genomenu savatu, and the Sabbath taking place. The Sabbath was a Jewish day of rest. Irksato inti synagogi didaskin. He began to teach. Didactics is a derivative there in the synagogi. It's a direct transliteration into English here. Ke poli akuontes exaplisonto, and many hearing were overwhelmed. Legontes, saying. Here we have lego, prologue, dialogue. These are derivatives. I want to back up here. I missed akoluthusin. We have an acolyte, an assistant in a church service, one who follows the priest. So the people were overwhelmed, and they were saying, Pothen tuto, tavto, where did this one receive? It doesn't say receive, but it's implied. It's an elision. From where did this one these things? So receive these things. Ketis e Sophia e dothisa avto. And what wisdom? Sophia, philosophy, derivative, given to him. Otk dinamis ti avte dia ton hieron avtu ginonte. That even such power takes place through the diameter, his hands, hieron, a chiropractor. In verse 3, a chiropractor is a derivative. Verse 3, uk utos estin otekton. Is this not the son of the fabricator? A lot of people say it was a carpenter, but a tekton can be a person that works in many different trades, not necessarily just with wood or lumber. The tekton, architect, is a derivative. Oios Marias, the son of Mary. Didn't mention his name there, Joseph there. It's interesting. The son of Mary. Adelphos the Iakovu, and brother of James, Iakovu. And Eosi, Joses. Ke Iuda, and Judah. Ke Simonos, and Simon. And these are all his brothers. They're named specifically. It's interesting how certain churches want to omit this passage and prefer to have Mary a perpetual virgin, which she's not. And the Bible doesn't teach that. And then it continues, Ke uk isin, e adelphe avtu, odi pros imas, and are not his sisters, adelphe, adelphos, we have Adelphia, Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. Are they not his sisters, odi, with us, here with us? Ke eskandalizonto en avto, and they were stumbled by him. Scandalized is the derivative. So they knew this family. They knew very well, and all the brothers and sisters were still there. Where did this man get all this? He didn't go to college. He didn't go to the university. He wasn't with the rabbis, and he was doing all these miracles and everything. And they were stumbled because of this, because he was from them, and how could he be doing these things? Verse 4, Elege they aftis o Isus oti, and Jesus said to him that, Ukek esti prophetis atimos imi in ti patridi avtu. A prophet is not without honor except in his fatherland. And in his fatherland he is without honor. Sad but true. People that are around see you and may all your flaws and know you and can't visualize a person being a prophet, but yet when you come to some place that really doesn't know they don't know who you are, so the holy part stands out more. KNT singanesi, KNT ikia avtu, is without honor, and among his relatives. So here he's even telling it to his relatives, and in his own house. They're of his house. I don't know how much more anybody needs to think that Mary was a perpetual virgin with these 3 chapters. It's just obvious that this is not so. Verse 5. Keuk idinanto eki udamian, dinamin pise. And he was not able to work, to do not even one powerful work. Imi oligis orostis, except to a few ill ones. Epithis tas hieras, having placed the hands upon. Etherapevse, he cured them. Therapeutics is a derivative, and he cured. Verse 6. Ke ethavmaze, Via tin apistian afton, and he marveled because of their unbelief. Now here the via is not through, but it's because of. It's in the genitive, on account of or because of their unbelief. He marveled because of their unbelief. Ke perige tas homas kiklo didaskon, and he led about the towns round about, teaching. So let's go to the map and we'll point out where he was. And it's right up here is Nazareth and over in here. And so now he's heading over towards the Sea of Galilee. In verse 7, Ke proskalev ite tus dodica, and he calls on the 12. Ke irxato avtus apostelin theo, and he begins to send them apostelin as an apostle. It's almost a direct transliteration, apostle, but this word here is a verb, so it's to send. Theo, duo, 2 by 2. Ke edithu avtis exousian ton pneumaton ton akatharton, and he gave to them authority of the unclean spirits. And here again we see these unclean spirits, and these people are given, the 12 are given authority over them. In verse 8, Ke paringilan, and the unclean spirits, of course, were another place where the demons, previous chapter. Ke paringilan avtis inamiden arosin is odon. And he made an exhortation. Remember I mentioned earlier angeli. Here's the ita with a double gamma. So it's an exhortation, the paringilan, an exhortation to them, that they should carry nothing in the odon, in the way. Imi rabdon, except a rod only, mono. Mi piran, mi arton, mi istin zonin halcon. No provision bag, and no bread, and no brass coin in the belt where they kept their money. So they are to go just as they were, no preparation, and head on out. Al ipodedimenus sandalia, but sandals being tied on. Ke me enthesiste theo hitonas, and not putting on 2 inner garments. So just to have what they had on. And they're now going to be heading out.